Hello again YouTube, I'm back for another episode of the Preston project. It's episode 2. Now, since the first episode, I've gone away and I've made some changes to the backroom staff at Preston. So what I did is I got rid of the assistant manager and head of youth development, and I brought in my own assistant manager, which is this guy David Byrne, who's got pretty good stats for what you want from an assistant manager. He's got good man management, judging ability and potential are both decent, and his working with youngsters is good as well, which is important for me because I like to develop youngsters a lot when I'm managing a club, and hopefully he can help us do that. Head of youth development I got rid of as well, and the guy I brought in to replace him was this guy David Wright, who's very good at working with youngsters and is decent at judging ability and potential. Interesting thing with the main reason I went to him, excuse me, got something in my throat. Main reason I went for him is he's got preferred formation as the same formation as is my preferred formation and the formation I want to play with, which is a 4-1-2-3 DM wide. Those of you that don't know, Football Manager head of youth development tends to influence the kind of players you have come in at the club. So if you have one whose preferred formation is the same as the one you want to play, they'll generally bring in players to suit that system. So I think that'd be quite helpful. I also brought in some scouts and a new physio as well, but none of them are particularly important at this time. Right, on to the tactics screen. I actually want to make some changes to the tactics screen from what I originally had as. I was thinking of doing sort of a counter-attacking formation, but I think we can probably get away with something a bit more possession-based than that. So I'm going to put, and I'm also going to get them to look for the overlap. I'll tell my wing backs to do that. Fairly wide, I think, makes sense. I like to have a fair amount of width with the teams I'm playing, especially if they're going to play possession-based football. So what I'm going to go with is just a normal goalkeeper on defend, wing backs on support, like I said, 2 central defenders. You can't be too fancy with what you get the defenders to do really at sort of lower half of the championship level generally, and Preston don't really have the players for that anyway. Ball winning midfielder as the sort of defensive midfield man there to sort of hopefully get involved, help out the defenders and and sort of win the ball for the midfielders. Midfielders, I like to have them both as playmakers, so they can sort of spread the ball forward looking for the attacking wingers, and of course I've just got an advanced forward up front. Not made any transfers yet. Done a bit of scouting, but not found anything that's particularly caught my eye yet. Have a look at any sort of transfer or loan listed players under the age of 23. Want to focus on bringing through youngsters really. The squad I think is actually quite strong. If we go up here and put it on currently set to roles to the tactic, as you can see, strikers we've got good options. We've got 3 players who are all 3 stars, which considering we only play with 1 up front, that's more than enough. Left and right wings, we've got at least 3 options in both of those positions. Central midfield may be an area we might look to improve because we've only really got 3 good central midfielders. Defensive midfielder, we've got 2 good defensive midfielders, so again, something to possibly look at. Defensively, we've got pretty good options defensively. The only area that's maybe a bit of a question mark is our backup left backs. And in goal, we've got 2 decent goalkeepers. So I don't think there's anything that really stands out for me right now. Obviously, if we play in pre-season friendlies and it's clear that there's areas that need to be worked on, then we'll definitely look to bring in players there. A central midfielder I think would be the most likely position in terms of a signing. We've only got 4 pre-season friendlies scheduled. That'll probably be enough, I think. So we've got Celtic, Bolton, Fleetwood and Chorley. I think that Celtic and Bolton should be an interesting test. Fleetwood and Chorley can maybe play a few of the younger players in those matches, see how that goes. What I think we'll do for today's episode is if we go forward to that Celtic game, and then if we play the Celtic match and see how that goes, I think that would be quite a good start for this episode. Not to say. Any suggestions you want to make in the comments, by the way, feel free to do so. If there's players you think, oh, who you normally sign with your managing a club at this level, and you think, oh, you should sign this player, it will help the team, then feel free to make a suggestion. I mean, my scouts just reported back on Haris Vucic, I don't know how you pronounce that first name, from Newcastle, but we don't play with an attacking midfielder, so that's not really particularly helpful of my scouts. Let's just have a quick look then at central midfielders. There's not really going to be anyone probably who we can afford, I wouldn't have thought. Maybe this guy, Fraser Fivey. He might be someone we can bring in, actually. Well, maybe if I brought him in as a defensive midfielder, I could play Ben Pearson a bit further forward. So let's just see how much they want from him. 650 seems quite a lot. 500, get him down to 500, maybe give him a bit more in the next sale. And there we go. So we might bring this guy in then. It depends how much he asks for in wages as well. He's not asking too much in wages. Let's bump it up to 3k. I'm a bit confused. I like to have sort of quite even, well-rounded numbers in these things. It just bothers me otherwise. So let's leave it at that, and that should hopefully be a new signing we can bring in. Not going to cost too much money. Like I said, he can play defensive midfield, he can play central midfield as well. I think we'll probably use him as a defensive midfielder, and then we can push Ben Pearson a bit further up the pitch. I think that'll work well. But let's get through onto the Celtic game. I'm just let my assistant manager pick the team, see what he suggests actually. So what's he saying? He's saying to go with this particular lineup. That looks pretty good to me. You can see all the players there, at least within 2 bars of the end, which is ideal really. You don't really want more than 2 bars away, because then they're going to be struggling sometimes, I find. But that looks quite good. So let's just go straight ahead. Let's play this friendly match against Celtic. Let's see how we get on, and hopefully we can see the formation, the tactics coming into play a bit, and hopefully it can be something that will sort of spur the team on to do well. Let's put it in 2D Classic. Like I said, the graphics quality won't be great because I don't have a graphics card. But yeah, hopefully it won't be too bad. So let's see what we can do. I think if we can get a result against Celtic would be quite impressive, but obviously they're a very strong side. And they've just taken the lead through F.A. Ambrose. Didn't do any commentary on that because I didn't think anything much was going to happen, but 2 minutes gone and we're 1-0 down. Well, that's not what we wanted, is it? You can see Forrest knocks it through to Ambrose completely unmarked and sends it beyond the keeper, who didn't really react at all. That's not ideal, it has to be said. So I've asked them to keep possession, but as you can see, we're not doing that very well in the opening 20 minutes. Oh, we've had a shot on goal. Hooray. No highlights, so nothing interesting is happening. This could be quite a dull episode, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're quite going to be challenging Celtic. And we've given away a penalty. Callum Robinson has shoved McGregor, and now Celtic have a chance from the penalty spot to go 2-0 up. For half time as well, not ideal. Scott Sinclair and Bugger. We are a goal down. Why was my keeper on the ground and then, I don't know. The goalkeepers on this game, man, they can be absolutely mental. But unfortunately, hold on, Robinson to Johnson to Brown. Can we get something back here? Johnson, Cunningham to Robinson. Oh yes, and Preston are back in the game. Callum Robinson. Just before half time, having gone 2-0 down, we put it straight away back to 2-1, and suddenly there's a bit of life in this team. Lovely little ball through there. Good finish by Robinson, and we are back in the game. And I will almost certainly make changes at half time because I think we can play better than that. I expect better. Oh, that's fired them up a bit and motivated them. That's good. Right. Hugill up front has been rubbish, so bring on Beckford. McGeady has been terrible. Can this guy play there? AMR? Yeah, he can. Who else has been poor? Huntington in defence. Let's bring on this guy Boyle. I'm actually trying to sell this guy because he's not very good. But I think, actually, let's bring on Baptiste, who's a lot better defensively, in fact. There we go. Because it's friendly, you can make a few more changes. 3 changes at half time isn't something I'd normally do. It's just because it's a friendly, but hopefully it does the job. Oh, Robinson. Oh no, I thought there might be an early chance in the second half for us. Excuse me. Oh, free kick there for Celtic from McGregor, but obviously as you saw, straight at Maxwell in the Preston goal. I don't know quite why that's come up on the screen. Yeah, that's a bit weird, a bit of a glitch there. Probably because I don't have a graphics card in. You can see Celtic just content to play it around an hour and a half a bit here. Brown to Roberts. Come on, tackle him up. Gambos, does that say? And Dembele. And having hoped we might be able to get back level, instead moves to Dembele, who of course has been on fantastic form for Celtic in real life, has scored from there. Gambosa, or Gamboa, I can't read that, sends it to Dembele, and it's a good finish. And that is not particularly impressive from my team. We don't have a spare right back, so I can't take off him because he's playing badly. Let's take off Brown and bring on this guy Welsh. I don't think there's much else we can do, unfortunately. I'm not going to make too many changes because I don't see the point. Well, I'll be honest with you, this isn't quite how I hoped it would go, as Maxwell collects that corner, but 3-1 down isn't an ideal start for this Preston side, but hopefully we can look at the result and see what we can learn from it and hopefully improve for the next game. Oh, but here's Johnson to Robinson. Can you get the cross in? You can. And Beckford has scored. I think it may well have come off the defender, but Robinson crossed it and Beckford put it in the back of the net. Here we go. Robinson gets there, takes a touch, knocks it back in field. Good ball in. Beckford does get it onto the volley, but the defender in front of him deflects it in. The defender in front of him, pale as can be, looks like a zombie, which is a bit disturbing. That's one way to defend, I guess. Try and eat the opposition's brains, but there you go. So it looks like it's going to finish 3-2. Unless we can do something here. Cunningham, Robinson. Oh, and it's cleared. We're going to lose 3-2 at home to Celtic then. Not ideal, but I think positives to take from the fact we got a couple of goals. I'm going to say that they need to play a lot better in competitive matches because I think they do, and it's motivated them, so that's encouraging. But yeah, defensively, not that impressed. Certainly the midfield wasn't that good either. I think, I don't know, I'm going to go away and I'm going to have a look at that and see maybe if there's some changes we can make. But yeah, not ideal. Not ideal at all. So yeah, we're out of the Friendly Cup in the semi-final. I mean, Celtic are not an easy team to face. They're probably sort of higher level, championship level, so not ideal. But hopefully we can go away and we can work on that. If it may be the fact we didn't play that well, maybe the team needs to get used to the tactic a bit. Familiarity is not great. I don't know. Maybe we're not good enough to play a possession-based tactic. Let's just have a quick look actually. Before we end the episode at the technical stats, which will tell you. I mean, the passing's not terrible, is it? The passing rating for most of these players, but it's not brilliant either. So, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, we will try a less possession-based tactic for the next game. Maybe do a bit more direct. Maybe exploit the flanks. Keep looking for the overlap. If we maybe play on the counter attack at a high tempo. I'm just going to do that for now. I'm going to see how that goes, I think, in the next game against Bolton. Oh, there's a friendly cup third place path. Tell you what, I'll play that game, but I won't do that on camera. I think what I might well do in fact is I'll probably play the rest of the pre-season games, try and bring some transfers in, and the next episode I think will be the first match of the season against Reading in the Championship. Hopefully we'll have sorted out the tactics by then. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed watching this video, please do hit the like button and please do subscribe to my channel for more videos. Like I said in the previous video, not been making videos for a while because I'm not really felt up to it because of my health. Hopefully we'll be making more videos though, not just Football Manager. I'll probably be making some videos on my PS4 and my Xbox One as well. But for now that's going to be it, I think. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again next time and take care. Bye.